Rolex is still the best brand of high-end watches. Everyone who collects watches wants to have a Rolex. This brand is known for having a unique look, using high-quality materials, and working well. Prices for Rolex watches are also known to be out of this world. The most expensive watches are Rolex. Aside from the high cost of the materials and designs, these watches are also expensive because they are made so well. No matter what, Rolex watches always work right on the dot. There's a lot more to this brand. People want Rolex watches because they are classic and stylish. Which Rolex watches cost the most money? Rolex has always been known as one of the most expensive brands in the watch business. The prices of the Rolex watches on this list will shock you. We promise that you did not expect this. Here are some of the most expensive Rolex watches ever made. Number 1. The Cosmograph Daytona, worn by Paul Newman. At an auction, the Cosmograph Daytona that Paul Newman wore was sold for $17,752,500. It was made in 1963 as a way to honor the fast-paced world of professional race car driving. Since it came out, this model has become very popular. The watch is in a group called sports chronographs. The face of this watch has become a well-known symbol. This design is used as a model for many other brands. It also has two small buttons on the right side of the watch that can be used to start and stop the chronograph. Number 2. Rolex Submariner. The Rolex Submariner starts at $13,337 in 2021, making it one of the most expensive Rolex watches. It came out for the first time in 1953. It's interesting that it was made so that divers could take it down to 100 meters. The first James Bond movies helped make this Rolex even more well-known. It is now one of the most well-known models the brand makes. The current Rolex Submariner's price depends on which material you choose. You can choose from options such as yellow gold, white gold, or even stainless steel. Number 3. Daytona, the Unicorn. Rolex 1970 was the year Unicorn Daytona was made. This Daytona reference 6265 is called a unicorn because it is the only model made out of 18K white gold. All the other models are made out of stainless steel. This watch was one of a kind because it was hard to find. John Goldberger sold the watch at an auction in Geneva in 2018. It cost twice as much as it did before. The best part of the auction was that all of the money went to the charity. This watch will cost you $5,900,000. Number 4. The Bao Dai Rolex. The Rolex Bao Dai was another Rolex watch that was sold at the Philips auction house in Geneva. In 2017, the watch was sold for a whopping $5,100,000, making it one of the most expensive Rolex watches ever made. This one is still one of the most well-known and popular watches. The Emperor Bao Dai of the Nguyen dynasty in Vietnam bought the Rolex Bao Dai in 1954, which is how it got its name. At the time, it was the most expensive Rolex that watchmaker had ever made. It had an 18K gold case and a black face. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.